You ever watch someone get torn apart while the world just stood there? No rescue. No, "Are you okay?" Just silence. You kept showing up, giving your time, your loyalty, your heart, your soul. And they treated it like it meant nothing. Funny how they beg for your light until you stop shining. You kept pouring into people who would have let you drown. You thought they'd return the love. But when your world burned, they weren't helping, they were holding the matches. Now you're standing in the ashes of who you used to be. But here's what they never saw coming. God's not done with you, not even close. The same people who watched you fall, they're about to watch you rise. And not quietly, no, you'll rise like thunder, and the echo will shake the fantasy world they built without you. They thought breaking you would erase you. But pain doesn't destroy real ones, it remakes them. You're not returning to who you were. That version of you died in the fire. This new version? Sharper, colder, wiser, transformed. They mocked you when you were on your knees, laughed when you stayed silent. But silence isn't weakness. Silence is divine strategy. It's the sound of God working behind the scenes. Because transformation doesn't come with applause. It comes through betrayal, through isolation, through pain. That's where warriors are built. You're not broken, you're under construction. God saw it all. The fake smiles, the twisted stories, the betrayal behind your back. And He's not just going to lift you, He's going to display you. Not for validation, but for vindication. This isn't karma, it's correction. It's redirection. He's preparing a table, and the ones who tried to destroy you, they'll be front row witnesses to your rise. They thought your silence meant you had nothing left. But silence is just the calm before the comeback. You're not chasing anyone anymore. You're attracting. You're not explaining. You're elevating. You're not proving, you're moving. They'll scroll through old memories, old messages, old versions of you, and realize that version is gone, replaced by someone they'll never touch again. That heartbreak. It wasn't meant to kill you, it was meant to expose them. That silence, it wasn't emptiness, it was preparation. That pain, it was permission to finally grow beyond the people who only loved you when you were easy to control. You're not bitter. You're just done explaining yourself, done shrinking, done begging. You're not coming back to prove anything. You're rising because you were never meant to stay down. They thought they broke you. Nah, they upgraded you. You're shining now, but not for the spotlight. You're shining in silence, rooted in peace. That's the kind of growth they can't replicate. Because it wasn't built on attention, it was built in agony. You're not walking in with wounds, you're walking in with wisdom. Your presence is no longer common, it's a privilege. Your silence, it's no longer a gap, it's a warning. You're not rebuilding to return, you're rebuilding to evolve. God saw your tears, He heard every cracked prayer, and He's not letting that go unseen. This isn't punishment, it's positioning. You didn't suffer for nothing. You didn't survive the storm just to blend in. You're being rebuilt. Stronger, quieter, smarter. Not to fit in their world, but to rule the one He's preparing for you. They thought you'd chase them. They thought you'd fall apart. But instead you rose. Not loudly, but relentlessly. And the most powerful part? You didn't need to scream, you just needed to outgrow them. They'll call you the villain. Because it's easier than admitting they lost someone real. But you don't need to defend yourself. You don't need their version of the truth. You lived the truth. They didn't lose someone desperate, they lost someone divine. A gift, a miracle, and God will make sure they see it. This is the part where your story changes, not in secret, but in public. Because God will rebuild you in front of those who broke you, stronger than ever before, not out of revenge, but out of purpose, not to punish them, but to remind the world what happens when a real one is favored by grace. You're not angry, you're unavailable, not out of hate, but out of healing. And now they'll watch. Watch as God elevates you beyond their reach, beyond their words, beyond their imagination. Because when God rebuilds, He doesn't restore what was. He creates something that can never be broken again. If you believe in God, comment yes and subscribe.